Close your Krishna, a powerful fortress by the ocean, but historians once called it a myth, just a story. Then underwater archaeology began. Divers discovered stone anchors, possible port. Experts found evidence of planned streets. Like a real city submerged long ago. Carbon dating Scientists examined it and found that it was made of nearly pure iron, created through a technique we still can't replicate easily today. Who made it? How did they purify iron to this level without factories, machines, or electricity? Textbooks mention the pillar, but they never explain the mystery. Sometimes the past asks questions. Modern science struggles to answer. Allow your breathing to slow. We continue deeper. Chapter 4, Kailasa Temple at Ellora. There is a mountain in Maharashtra. From that mountain, someone carved a temple. Not built with stones carried from far away. Not assembled piece by piece, but carved downward from a single rock. Kailasa Temple. It is estimated that workers removed 400,000 tons of rock. Every detail carved into the mountain itself. Pillars, sculptures, hallways, shrines. Perfect symmetry. How long would that take? Some researchers say it would take thousands of workers, decades of constant effort. Yet there are no clear records of construction techniques. Textbooks show a picture of Kailasa, call it rock-cut architecture. But they never say, how was this done? What tools were used? Who designed it? The silence is louder than words. Let your body become heavier. Relax your shoulders. Chapter 6. The lost University of Taxila. Long before modern education systems, long before classrooms with desks and chalkboards, there was a place where students travelled from distant lands to learn. Taxila. Located in what is now Pakistan, Taxila was one of the earliest organised universities in the world. Not just a school, a city of learning, a community built around knowledge. Students studied medicine, law, Sanskrit, logic, astronomy, and even martial arts. Many teachers lived in small cottages. Lessons were given outdoors, beneath trees, beneath open skies. But invasions, fires, and time erased most of Taxila's archives. Thousands of manuscripts disappeared. Libraries were destroyed, and with them, centuries of accumulated wisdom. Textbooks mention Taxila briefly, often in a single sentence. But they never explore the depth and diversity of knowledge that existed there. Sometimes the past does not vanish. It simply becomes forgotten. Let your mind drift through ancient courtyards, pages turning in a language you can no longer read. A quiet place, a silent campus, a lost university. Chapter 7. The Library of Alexandria across the sea. On the northern coast of Egypt, another library once stood. Perhaps the most famous library in human history. The Library of Alexandria, a center of ancient thought. A place where scholars debated ideas, translated text, and created unexpected knowledge. It held scrolls from Greece, Persia, India, Egypt, and Babylon. Mathematics, poetry, science, medicine, agriculture, astronomy, philosophy. Every ship that arrived in Alexandria was searched. Books were taken, copied, and placed in the library. Knowledge flowed in like water. And then, it was lost. Nobody knows exactly how. Some say it burned in a war. Some say it declined gradually over centuries. Some say political and religious conflict destroyed it piece by piece. What we do know is this: thousands of years of ideas vanished. Textbooks tell the story in a few lines, but they do not ask the larger question. What was in those scrolls that we will never see? Close your eyes. Let the waves of the Mediterranean move through the back of your mind. We continue. Chapter 8. Göbekli Tepe, the site that shouldn't exist in southeastern Turkey. On a dusty hill, archaeologists uncovered something strange: stone circles, massive carved animals, ancient symbols. Göbekli Tepe. What makes this place extraordinary is not just its beauty, but its age. It is more than 12,000 years old, built long before the invention of agriculture, before cities, before writing, before metal. Textbooks once said civilization began around 5,000 years ago. And yet, Göbekli Tepe stood thousands of years earlier. That means civilization is older than textbooks say. Maybe much older. Who built this site? How did people, without wheels, without farming, without permanent homes, carve and lift such huge stones? Nobody knows. A discovery that rewrites human history, and yet most school books barely mention it. Take a deep breath, let curiosity settle quietly. Ancient civilizations on the surface of the Earth, but rarely the ones beneath it. Sometimes, history lies not in ruins above ground, but in corridors below. Breathe slowly. Let the darkness of a deep, silent tunnel surround you. Appear briefly in textbooks, if they appear at all. Imagine voices intelligent and patient slowly fading over centuries. Their thoughts, their discoveries, left without conversation partners in the present. Conclusions. But history is not a conclusion. It is an ongoing question. Tonight, let those questions settle peacefully in your mind. You don't need answers, just curiosity soft and slow. Allow your imagination to rest on ancient ruins, broken staircases and faded glyphs. Let dreams begin to form gently and quietly. Chapter 19. The city that vanished twice there once was a city in India that prospered, collapsed, and then quietly disappeared from public memory. Vikramashila, located near the Ganges, it was one of the great universities of ancient India, nearly as large and respected as Nalanda. It specialized in logic, meditation, philosophy, and Buddhist studies. Thousands of students walked its quiet courtyards. Thousands of manuscripts filled its libraries. Teachers debated ethics beneath open skies. Then invaders struck. Buildings were razed, libraries destroyed, monks dispersed. Centuries later, even the existence of Vikramashila vanished from popular memory. Textbooks mention Nalanda sometimes, but rarely Vikramashila, two great centers of learning forgotten in plain sight. Let your thoughts drift to abandoned hallways broken by roots and silence. Where voices once echoed, now only wind. Chapter 20. Architecture with no blueprints across the world. Ancient structures stand without written plans. Stone circles, sun temples, megaliths, rock-cut monasteries like the Ellora caves carved deep into basalt cliffs. Nearly 100 caves, each one crafted with detail and precision. There are no draft plans, no sketches, no engineering notes. Just finished structures, perfectly balanced, perfectly proportioned. How did ancient builders know where to cut? How did they measure angles in darkness? Where do the designs exist? In the mind or in lost documents? Perhaps the knowledge was passed orally. Perhaps the blueprints burned in ancient libraries. Textbooks call these historical monuments, but they rarely ask how human hands with simple tools created such complexity. Imagine carving rock by lamplight, one tap at a time, hour after hour, day after day, until a temple appears. Quiet, patient, endless. Chapter 21. The desert that hid a civilization deep in the Rajasthan desert lies a region once watered by rivers and rainfall. Blue Circle, Chapter 22. The strange accuracy of ancient star alignments. Many ancient structures point toward the sky. The pyramids align with Orion's belt. Stonehenge tracks solstices. Ancient Indian temples align with sunrise and lunar cycles. Machu Picchu follows celestial directions. How did ancient builders understand astronomy so precisely? Without telescopes, without satellites, without clocks. Textbooks mention this in passing, but rarely explore the deeper question. Did ancient people spend lifetimes watching stars? Did they keep records in scrolls now lost? Or did they inherit older knowledge from an even earlier civilization? We don't know. Look up at the night sky in your mind. Cool, dark, infinite. Let your breathing fall into rhythm with imagined stars. Chapter 23. The cities that sank underwater around the world. Archaeologists have found submerged ruins. Kumpuhar in Tamil Nadu, Pavlopitri in Greece, Yonaguni near Japan, Port Royal in Jamaica. Manuscript of Easter Island. Symbols arranged in lines, backward and forward like waves. No one has deciphered them. Were they records, songs, calendars, genealogy? Nobody knows. When a language dies, it takes its world with it. Textbooks rarely mention extinct scripts, because they cannot explain them. Some stories remain in symbols. No one alive can understand. Let that mystery sink into your mind, soft and peaceful. Chapter 25. The knowledge of simple things. Not all lost history is dramatic. Some of it is very simple. Quiet, ordinary genius. Blue Circle, Chapter 26. The evidence in oral traditions. Some histories were never written. They were spoken, told around fires, passed down through families, remembered in songs, proverbs and myth. In Australia, Aboriginal stories describe coastlines that disappeared under rising seas. Stories thousands of years old, now confirmed by modern mapping. In India, epic poems mention cities that archaeologists later discovered. In Africa, folklore described ancient trade routes long before historians proved them. Textbooks focus on written sources, but spoken history holds truths too. Listen to a voice in the dark telling a story, words floating through time. unrecorded but not forgotten. Let your breath become slow and even,